All right, before you scroll, let me ask you something real. Have you ever sat down to study, opened your laptop, and somehow, 45 minutes later, you're watching a random video you don't even care about, and then you think, what is wrong with me? I'm so lazy. I have no discipline. Yeah, stop right there, because I'm going to say something that might change how you see yourself forever. You're not lazy. Your daily system is broken, and once you fix the system, everything else gets easier. Let me show you. A few months ago, my days looked productive on paper. Wake up, make a to-do list, promise myself, today I'll lock in. And then, nothing. I'd procrastinate, feel guilty, push everything to tomorrow, repeat. I thought I needed more motivation, more discipline, more willpower. But here's the uncomfortable truth no one tells students or young creators. Motivation doesn't run your life. Systems do. And if your system is trash, no amount of motivation will save you. Now here's the part most people miss. Your brain is lazy by design. It wants comfort. It wants easy dopamine. It wants the fastest path to feeling good right now. So, when you rely on motivation, you're basically asking your brain to fight itself. That's why it never works. But once I realized this, everything changed. And the fix? It's way simpler than you think. Stay with me, because the first shift alone removes 70% of procrastination. Here it is. Most people start their day asking, what should I do today? Wrong question. That question creates overwhelm. Your brain sees 10 tasks, gets stressed, and chooses none. Instead, your system needs default actions, not goals. Defaults. A default is something you do automatically, even on low energy days, for example. Instead of saying, I'll study for 3 hours today, your default becomes, when I sit at my desk, I open my notes and study for 5 minutes. That's it. 5. Because once you start, momentum kicks in. And if you stop after 5 minutes, you still won. Most people never start. You already broke the barrier. Here's the micro cliffhanger part. This one rule alone doubled my consistency, but it only works if you pair it with this next mistake people make. Let's talk about your environment. Be honest. Your phone is near you while studying, right? Notifications on, tabs open, music playing, random apps one swipe away. And you expect focus? That's like trying to diet with cookies on your desk. Your system is setting you up to fail. So, here's the fix, simple but uncomfortable. Design friction for bad habits. Remove friction for good ones. Tonight, do this. Put your phone in another room. Not face down, not silent. Another room. If that feels scary, good. That's addiction leaving your body. Then make your study space stupidly easy. Notes already open, book on the desk, pen ready. So when you sit down, there's no decision to make, because every decision drains willpower. And we're building a system that doesn't need willpower. Now, here's where most students and creators mess up badly. They try to be perfect. They miss one day. And their brain says, welp, streak broken, I failed. So they quit. Sound familiar? Here's the reframe that saved me. Consistency isn't about never missing. It's about never missing twice. You skip today? Fine. But tomorrow is non-negotiable. This removes guilt. And guilt is the biggest productivity killer nobody talks about. Guilt doesn't make you work harder. It makes you avoid the work entirely. So we replace guilt with recovery. Now, let me show you the most powerful part of the system, the part that makes discipline feel automatic. Energy management. Most people try to work when their energy is at zero, late night, exhausted, burned out. Then they blame themselves for not performing. But your brain has peak hours. For most students, it's 1 to 2 hours after waking up, or right after a short walk or shower. So instead of spreading work all day, you compress it. One focused block, 30 to 60 minutes, no distractions, one task, that's it. After that, everything else is bonus. This is why some people seem insanely productive. They don't work more. They work when their brain actually cooperates. Now, quick check-in. Notice what's happening emotionally. At the start of this video, you probably felt called out, maybe exposed. Now you're feeling relief, like, oh, maybe I'm not broken. Good, because here's the final shift, the identity shift. Stop saying, I'm trying to be productive. Start saying, I'm someone who shows up for 5 minutes no matter what. Identity follows action, not the other way around. You don't become disciplined and then act disciplined. You act disciplined, tiny, boring, repeatable actions, and your brain updates your identity. That's the real transformation, not hype, not motivation, systems. So let's bring it all together. Tonight or tomorrow morning, try this. Pick one task, just one. Create a 5-minute default. Remove your phone from the room. Set a timer. Start. No pressure to finish, just to begin. Because once your system works for you instead of against you, productivity stops feeling like a fight, and you finally feel in control. If this helped, don't just like the video and forget it. Try the system tonight, come back tomorrow, and let's level up together. You're not lazy, you just needed the right system.